So, for those of you who don't know about Anchor, let me tell you all about it. First of all, it's free. Anchor has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast too with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app now or go to anchor.fm to get started.
This weekend we celebrate Mother's Day. To our mothers-to-be, welcome to motherhood. You are going to enjoy all the experiences of unconditional love in the future. To our mothers that are here with us now to support us, teach us, help us to grow and be strong, thank you. And to our mothers that have gone on to heaven, we know that they are looking down at us with their angel wings and blessing us every day.
Greetings and welcome back. You are here with Uncorked N-Conversation. All of my lovely ladies are here today. I'm Linda. I'm here with April, Paulette, Tracy. Say hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. We say hey how we say hey the way we say hey. And that's through
right.
clinking glasses. Clink, clink,
Clink,
clink,
clink,
clink,
clink.
clink.
And we are clinking and clanking extra loud today because what weekend is it, y'all? Mother's Day. Happy early Mother's Day to all of you wonderful ladies. I am excited about this weekend. What are y'all doing? What plans do we have?
Oh, wow. I'm gonna relax because last weekend was busy for me. I'm supposed to be meeting up. My sister's in town from Philly, so she wants me to come to lunch with her and I guess her kids Sunday. So that's probably about all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna relax and just be glad I'm able to see another Mother's Day. Don't know if you guys, well, I think you guys did see my post on Facebook. My brother-in-law helped me replant my mom's rose bush that I had right at the front door. And if I could tell you the story really quick, my mom passed in 2019, and the entire year, my mother, she planted this rose bush so many years ago. And in 2019, that rose bush did not bloom at all. Not one flower on it. Last year, not one flower on it. So this year I decided I want to move it. And I wanted to put it somewhere it can get more sun and where it could root deeper. And so my brother-in-law, he looked it up online to see what was the best time to replant it. And he got some information from another friend of his. And he dug the hole, and it happened to be very shallow where it was. And he pulled it up in less than 2 minutes and replanted it. We watered it. And the picture that I had on Facebook with all of the beautiful roses on it is the first time I've seen roses on that bush in, what is this, 2 years now? 2 years. So that really was emotional when I came home, and because one day it had like 2 of them, and then the next day it was like all of them were just bloomed all over the place, and it is just beautiful. So I know my mom is really happy. I know she's happy.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
I know she's happy. Yeah.
She took care of you and you took care of her. That's such a beautiful representation.
Yeah.
What a great present. I think
right,
right in time for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Great present. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. Tracy, you are so right. It is a wonderful, beautiful present from her.
I said present. Present.
Oh, present.
Not
present.
present.
Yes, present.
You are right. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's even better. Yeah,
That's
you're
well, that's
absolutely right.
take both present,
Yep,
and her
present,
presence
And
present.
is
present.
it's with
Yes,
you.
that's
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
That is so
absolutely.
awesome. I love it.
that is
I love
Absolutely.
it.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's a
I'm
sweet
going to
Thank you for
sleep.
thing.
sharing that.
I'm
She
going to
goes to sleep.
sleep. I'm going to sleep all day long. Don't nobody call me.
I know that's
Don't
right.
text me. Don't inbox me. Don't DM me. Don't do nothing. All I want to do is just sleep for 24 hours on Sunday.
Be careful what you ask for.
I- I'm gonna look. Then I'm gonna be mad if you don't call me, text me, or get no
Don't
I'm
nobody
gonna be
love
upset.
me. My goodness.
Ooh, what about you, Tracy? What you gonna be doing?
Well, it's either I may open up 360 for a little bit. I had a few requests to see if I was going to be open, if I was going to open the boutique. A few ladies wanted to bring their moms by on Sunday, so I may go in maybe 12 to 3 or something.
Okay.
I've got some yard work I'm working on, and I may just do that and just chill. I don't have no big. I find my solace doing work around the house or in the
I
yard,
know.
and every day is Mother's Day.
Amen. Amen to
Yes, that's
that.
right.
One,
Amen.
That's right.
one day, I'm always doing something. I do know that I'm not cooking no dinner.
I know
Amen,
that's right.
girl.
I'm gonna do
Please.
none of that
I wish
stuff.
somebody would ask.
So I'm going to try to have all of my chores out the way, just so if I decide that I want to chill, I will. I've got, a friend plans to cook dinner for me, so I'm
Okay.
probably going to take that offer. But that one's still up in the air. I'm trying to, make some money moves. So I'll see. I'll see what happens.
Wonderful, wonderful. I
Um,
don't have too
I,
much
Right.
planned. Yeah. I'm not a mother biologically, but as you guys know, I, helped raise many of my nieces and nephews. But I do have family in town for the weekend, so I'm excited.
Okay.
My mother has had a chance to talk to all of her kids this week, so that is a wonderful thing.
Oh,
And
good for
most
her.
likely we'll do something special for dinner probably on Sunday, to spend some time and just to celebrate her. So yeah.
oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
One thing
Awesome.
that I'm very thankful for, and I shared this recently on a friend's podcast where I talked about the fact that each night my mother and I, we didn't plan for this to happen, but it happens. For those who don't know, I live with my mother, and every night at around 10:30ish, we have our nighttime tea together, and it's just a time to sit and sip tea. We normally drink chamomile tea so we can sleep beautifully and peacefully, and we just talk about our day, we talk about life, we talk about whatever. And I, being 53 years old, I so appreciate being able to do that every single day with my mother, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I'm excited
Oh,
Oh,
about
that's
that.
beautiful.
wonderful. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
That's
Those
beautiful.
are treasured
That's
Thank
moments.
you.
touching.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, my daughter was telling me that I should come to Jersey for Mother's Day, but
But
it's
you the mama. Oh yeah, your mom's in Jersey too. I
my
forgot.
mom's
That's
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So yeah, but I'm still not ready. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
Okay.
understand.
still not
Yeah.
still not ready.
Okay.
However, my goal is to just jump in my ride and head up that way. But it won't be this weekend, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Mm, I
So
understand.
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. So
So I have a
Wow.
question for you, ladies.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what are your Mother's Day expectations? So my question, because I always had this debate w- with other people, mostly men.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Mother's Day, does your husband or boyfriend or significant other gives you a gift on Mother's Day because you're not his mother? So is that something that women is supposed to expect? I've always wondered
Ooh.
that.
Well,
Great
I mean, I'll go first. I've always heard that, Paulette. I mean, April. That, I'd heard the guys say, "I'm not giving her nothing. She's not my mother." But if it's your wife in that respect, then I think and if she's has your child, she's helping you raise your child, I think that a card, maybe dinner, breakfast in bed, a smack on the ass or something, she should get.
Ooh, hey, daddy.
She always has to go after dark. She always has to go after
Which is
dark.
After Dark is
Keep it.
Uncorked, and After Dark is coming to you.
And it's
this
coming. Y'all stay
summer.
tuned. We're going to be on Clubhouse. Y'all know now Clubhouse takes Android users. We're going to all be on Clubhouse with Uncorked After Dark. In the hot tub. Talking about hot stuff.
Well, I was
digress.
just saying.
I digress.
I digress.
What are the other
Well, I
thoughts?
didn't answer
What
your
is your
question.
expectations? Your man or husband.
Okay,
Tracy
well,
said
me-
husband in that. So what if he's just your boyfriend?
Well, I think if it's just your boyfriend and you are a mother, if you're not a mother, then there should be no expectations.
Well, I'm
If
only
you-
talking about those who
Yeah,
are.
if you're a mother,
mother.
then perhaps he should take the initiative. If your child is young, he should take the initiative to if he can't take your child out, get a card for your child to give to his mother if the child is not old enough.
Nice.
Show the child some sort of initiative. We're taking your mom out to dinner. We're buying your mom a gift. Just to teach the child some qualities, if I may, or how to respect their
And
mom
appreciate
on
it.
that particular day. Yeah, it's man-made, but it is still your mother, and surely she should be appreciated all year, but for that one special day, perhaps, yeah, just if there is a man in your life, and whether you're his mother or his lover or his wife, or
Hey, daddy.
if you have a child and he is just your boyfriend, then I think he should take the initiative, because also he's getting to know your child as well. So I think that he should take the initiative to teach some kind of gratitude along the way, and so present something. As far as my children are concerned, my children should, if they don't come up with a gift, I think they should a handwritten something. Mom, I love you. They don't even have to make it to the store or anything to buy me a card or anything, but just a little sweet little note. Mom, thank you for all you do. I love you. You're the best mom in the whole wide world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna say that again. You're the best mom in the whole wide world. That kind of thing. So yeah, I think those are my expectations as far as if you're dating someone, your husband, or your children. I think the children have a responsibility to acknowledge their mother on the journey.
Mother's Day, I don't have expectations. I'm not a mother, so I normally don't expect anything, and I never have any year. But I can say this: it makes me so happy. It makes my heart smile, because every year I end up getting something, whether it's from a niece, nephew. I always get something, and I never expect it. So it's a wonderful feeling to be that adopted mom, if you will. Makes you feel wanted. But yeah, I absolutely think children should honor their parents that day. And if you are in a relationship with somebody or dating someone, if they are a mother, I really do feel like they should be acknowledged, and that significant other should acknowledge them and celebrate them for the tough job of motherhood that motherhood is, because it's quite a tough job.
No, it's easy.
If it were easy, men would do
you
it.
mustn't have a teenager.
No, she didn't have any
Them teenage years is hard.
honey, and especially if you're doing it by yourself.
No,
Especially doing it by yourself.
That
But
was
I have
my
no
verbal
expectations. I'm with Linda. I have no expectations, period. I I honestly like surprises. So I don't expect anything from anybody. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm not let down. However, for my kids, of course, I do expect something. They do. If it's not, they'll cook breakfast in bed for me. Um, or they get me my favorite candies. And my daughter's real good with these huge cards, and she makes cakes and all that kind of stuff. So,
And
you know,
cookies.
yes, and that's an inside joke, y'all. We have to tell y'all about that later.
That's for
Special,
Clubhouse. That's
special
for
cookies.
Clubhouse.
Definitely
Special
for
cookies.
Clubhouse. Yes, but for an significant other boyfriend, I guess because I've been let down, so much, with the choices that I've made, I don't expect anything. So if something happens, then I'm surprised, I'm happy about, I'm grateful. But I don't know. Maybe I've built up that wall not to have an expectation of anybody, and if it happens, it happens.
Hmm. I'm like you. I don't have any expectations either, but my daughter, she always does a good job of getting me something. She's very thoughtful of what I want and what I need. So she always surprises me. My son, he calls me, he lives out of state, but he calls me and he texts me on Mother's Day. So I'm looking forward to speaking with him because I don't speak with him very often. So, but
Yeah.
but I have another question, ladies. Okay, so
Okay.
let's pretend like you married
Okay.
and let's say you have a kid by your baby daddy. Now, do you expect anything from your baby daddy to say Happy Mother's Day or not that? I would just say a gift. Do you expect him
Uh-uh.
to acknowledge you in that way, other than saying, okay, Happy Mother's Day? Because there's some women out there, even though I have a husband, even though I'm in a relationship with someone else, my son's father or my daughter's father, I still expect something from them. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, they need to let that go, because if he didn't do anything for you when y'all were together, or before we got married, if there was a time when you were not with somebody else and they were with, please don't. No, my kid, please. I wish I would expect something besides. I don't even expect happy Mother's Day or happy birthday from mine. If I get them, okay, thank you, that's fine.
I was going to
They
ask
didn't
you,
do
so
it
what
when
if
we were
you
together.
did? What would you do?
Oh, what I normally do. Thank you. That's about it, honey. That's I'm good. Thank you so much. That's enough. I didn't get anything when we were together. I sure don't expect anything afterwards. Even though I am the different person that if it's Father's Day and when my son is with me, I ask my son, even for any of the holidays, his birthday or for Christmas, you want to go out and get something for your father well, let's get him this card at least, or this. I would do that, on the other way around, but no, I don't
Do you
expect.
sign it from you both or just from your son?
I let him sign it himself, even if it's just scribble,
Just from him.
when he was
Just
younger.
from,
Yeah, I
yeah.
wouldn't sign it at all. I don't sign
But
it at
just
all.
from him. So it's not like it's coming from
Yeah.
y'all, it's coming from him.
No,
Okay. I got
no,
you.
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
Mm.
But he knows he ain't got no money to buy nothing, so
Well,
he knows where
yeah.
it comes from. But yeah,
Yeah.
Of course.
yeah.
Of course.
Well, in that case, I think that the baby's daddy should take the baby to get the
Mhm.
mother something and acknowledge the
Should,
mother. That's the same
honey.
thing I was saying if you have a boyfriend or something and he's acting as your man,
Mhm.
he should be also acting as potential um father potentially to
Mm-hmm.
child, and that's just
Mm-hmm.
the real truth
Mm-hmm.
because it becomes a package deal if you meet someone
Mm-hmm.
and you have
Mm-hmm.
a child. That person should be ready to take the realms of that. But in the other piece of it is that if there is a baby's father and you guys are not together, that man just for the respect of him knowing that you're taking care of his child in his absence, he should at least, if there's nothing else, take that child out to buy you a card. If he doesn't bring a gift with it, if he doesn't put anything else in it, and let that show that child the initiative of the gratitude of your mother. You know, that's just me. And I've always had that fight. I've been divorced 15 years. My son was 8 years old. And I expected my son's father to come and grab him on Mother's Day and take him to buy a cart. He never did it. However, the gentleman that I was seeing would take my son or get a card, bring it to my son and say, hey, this is for your mom. Just to let him know that this is for your mom. This is showing your mom this time of year. This is a special day for her. So you acknowledge that special day.
Right.
So yeah, that's what separates the men from the boys.
Yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
The reason why I came up, I wanted to ask you that question because I had a conversation with my boyfriend today. We were talking about Mother's Day, and his mother passed away when he was in college, so she's been gone a long time. So he was just reminiscing, but he was saying that, I remember when I was a young boy and I saved up money. I used to do yard work, save up money to buy my mother a card and a gift. And he said that meant a lot to her. And then she said, but what about your grandmama? So he had to go back out and earn some more money.
Right.
Earn some more money to get his grandmother
Right.
a card and a gift. But it's those special moments that he's a grown ass man now who remembers stuff like that, doing stuff for his mom. And I was thinking, wow, I remember doing little things for my mother and my grandmother too.
Me too.
When
Me
I
too.
was growing up as well. And when you mentioned those homemade cards.
Yes. They used to be so much fun though.
But that's the kind of stuff that's missing in society.
Right.
A lot of the families don't teach those traditions and those appreciations for your family. And it's not just for mother. I know this weekend is Mother's Day, but I even talk about the fathers because there's a lot of good fathers out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, but same thing. But I remember being in school, like you were talking about your boyfriend. I remember when I was a kid, I'm getting ready to make my mama a Mother's Day card. I'm gonna put all this glitter and stuff on it and all that. I remember all that stuff in the glue that would stick together. She couldn't open it and all that good stuff. I remember making all of that, and believe it or not, she kept a lot of it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I saw some stuff
Moms
that I
do
hadn't
that,
seen since elementary school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember doing that. And even when I had a little job, I would save my money and get a card for my mom, get one for my grandma, because I lived with my grandmother for most of my life. So yeah, I remember doing those things. I sure do.
And now there
I have a
shouldn't
question.
be any
Oh, go ahead.
excuses. I said now there shouldn't be any excuses because there's the Dollar Tree.
Girl.
That's true.
You're right about
That's true. And they got it all.
Haven't make anything anymore.
And they have Hallmark. They actually have Hallmark cards in the dollar store.
And they got mahogany too.
Mahogany.
They
do. Mahogany card.
Mahogany. Yes.
So do I. Yeah.
I have a question too, y'all. And this is interesting. It's going to spark a little controversy, but so when Father's Day comes around, I very often see on Father's Day a lot of people giving their mothers shout outs for being mother and father. But I know that I've never seen on Mother's Day anyone giving shout outs to their father for being mother and father. And I know that there are some that are being mother and father. What are y'all's thoughts about that? What is your thought about celebrating mothers as the mother and father on Father's Day?
Well, I wouldn't say I have mixed feelings about it because I guess I don't really know anybody that's in that position. I don't think I really know anybody that's in that position that the father is just totally, not there, not known, and all that kind of stuff. I'm still that old school, you know, especially if I have a son, that I could teach him a lot. I could teach him how to treat a woman, how to respect a woman, all those good things. I can't teach him how to be a man,
Bingo.
So not, like I said, this is just me. This is just me. I like staying in the place of mother. I don't want to be known as a father too. I don't like that. That's just not me. That's just not me. I'm
I agree
mama.
with you.
And if mama provide and I do everything, then I love my title as mom. That's what I like.
Mhm.
I like it.
Well,
Avery, you said the same thing? Oh,
I
Tracy,
have
go ahead.
I have to say that I have called my mom and say on Father's Day and say Happy Father's Day, Mom. But it's a joke.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Oh,
got you.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know my father. I
Mm-hmm.
still talk to my dad right now, but my mother
Mm-hmm.
stays present most of the time. So I do
Right.
as an underlying joke, and she laughs every year, be like, Happy Father's Day, Mom.
Yeah.
She don't call me on Father's Day and say Happy Father's Day, but I do call my mom on Father's Day too and say happy. But I also talk to my dad on Father's Day. But that's a
Good.
private joke between me and my mom. And
Right.
it's
Gotcha.
funny. It's a
Yeah.
funny. I
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
she's been the woman, the
Mm-hmm.
world man. My mom
Right.
has been the woman man
Yeah.
all my life. I
Okay.
know my dad,
That's
but
right.
Right.
Yeah.
he didn't
Yeah.
stay as present as my mom. And if
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
have a situation, I call mom.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
call mom. I mean, I call dad, and if we're conversating, then I'll have a conversation. But 9 times out of 10, and I thank God, if I may, on this Mother's Day, for the opportunity to call my mom, to
That's
still
right.
be able to speak to my mom.
Yes.
So yeah, and I will call her on in June and say, Happy Father's
Happy
Day,
Father's
Mom. And
Yeah.
she'll laugh and say thank
Yeah.
you, and we'll chat about something else. But
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a joke for us, but
Right.
it can be a reality. My mom had 5 children, and she did the best she could with all
Mm-hmm.
of us. And I am
Right.
the product of my mom's man,
Mm-hmm.
my mom's womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's a good key question, because I've seen it
Yeah.
along the way, and I've got a few girlfriends who actually say, hell no, I'm not calling my mother on Father's Day and saying my mother is not my father. So I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
mom,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
me and my mom have a joke, and surely, again, to piggyback off of Paulette, I can't show my sons how to be men. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can damn sure be the best woman that they know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, and hopefully
And
they
you know
don't
what,
want
Tracy?
and hopefully
You
they
know, I
don't want a woman like me, because damn it.
don't say that. Stop it,
Hopefully they
Tracy. You
do
better
want
not
a
stop
woman
saying
like
that.
you.
Oh no, only because I'm gonna control the whole thing. And if they want to be
Oh.
in control, they want to be in control at all, they can have a nice day. I'm taking
Amen.
control over the damn thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But what were you gonna say, Paula?
On that note, what you're saying, piggyback a little bit off you, and I'll say it quickly because I know April want to get in there too. Um, it takes a lot for us to be moms and to be women and to stand in our own,
Right.
and just thinking of a situation with my nephew is going through. He is he's a father, and he loves his son. Oh my gosh, he loves his son so much. He was there from birth, took care of him, and now he can't even see him. He can't even see him. He's going through some legal stuff with the
Hmm.
baby's mom. And in my field, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to take up for him because I know what type of person he is and what kind of mouth he can have sometimes. It's still strong, bullheaded and all that good stuff. However, at the same time, a woman that stands in between the relationship of a child and their father is holding on to feelings that she has not resolved in herself about that relationship and that person.
And that is so unfortunate.
That is so unfortunate.
It does the child a disservice.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. And it really hurts my heart to see that. I mean, I see it in my own family, but just to see it, period, to see women use the kids as pawns because you still got feelings for him and you're trying to control him.
Or
and
because
so you're
mad.
gonna
yeah.
Just because,
right.
All
so
those
again,
unresolved feelings.
Yeah, that goes back to what separates the men from the boys and what separates the women from the girls.
Yes.
Period. And then time.
And this is another episode, but what you guys are talking about right there, what you ladies are talking about right there, feeds so much anguish and animosity. And I see it play out very often on social media. I know before we came on, we were having a little side chat about the internet sensation, I say in quotes, Kevin Samuels. If y'all don't know him, Google him. But there's a lot of and I'll use this in the same sentence that I use his name, misogyny, where there seems to be this growing group of woman bashers, and in particular Black woman bashers. But I think a lot of that, and they're very public about it, very ugly about it, but I think a lot of that comes from that underlying stuff that we somehow don't communicate enough to end up to get out from under, and so it rears itself in other ways. So just but stay tuned. Future episode.
What is his name?
Kevin Samuels. We're going to do a whole Kevin Samuels episode, listeners, so be sure to tune in for that.
Well, and I was going to say, just to piggyback off of that, just for peace, there are men. Women aren't the only one that get hurt. Men get hurt.
And they do. I agree.
Women, when we get hurt, we will stay down for a minute and we clean our, we brush ourselves off and we keep it moving. Men, when they get hurt, and not all of you guys, but when some of you get hurt, you harbor, you hang on, you don't grow. Or when you get hurt, you think and this is a saying, the only way to get over one is to get under another one. So when you guys go get under another one, you don't heal from the other one. So you steady getting under and under and under, and you have never gotten over. But that's a whole segment too.
That's going to be a deep episode. Yeah, don't give them too much straight. That's going to be a deep episode. I can't wait.
So April, what do you think?
She's like, about what?
Yeah, okay. I stepped away for a minute, but there was like 3 different segues.
I think you asked a question about the woman. I think we were
I asked it about,
Mother's Day.
Telling mothers, telling mothers happy Father's Day on Father's Day.
Right. That was
yeah. Okay. This way I understand when single mothers, and I'm gonna just say single mothers who have to be not only the nurturer, but the disciplinarian and the provider. And so when women have to become the provider more so than any other role, they call themselves, well, I'm your father. I'm your father and your mother. So they will want to claim that for themselves. I personally do not agree with that. A father is a father. You are a mother who just so happens to have 3 different roles that you have to play in order to rear your child. You're not a father, you're not a man. So you can't teach a son to be a boy. I mean, a boy. You can't teach your son to be a man. Just like a man cannot teach your daughter to be a woman. It's not inapt. He doesn't have the capabilities, and neither do we. So I don't believe we should wear that hat. So saying Happy Father's Day, I think you said it's a underlying funny with you and your mom, Tracy.
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious because that's exactly what it is. Kind of like a shade, to a lot of these
Yeah.
fathers
Yeah.
out there who are not being present in their kids' lives. So
Hmm.
yeah, I understand why they say that. That's,
Right.
you know, calling it what it is. It's shade. It's a jab. They say, hey,
Yeah.
you're not
Right.
present. I have to do all these different roles because you're not doing what you need to do to help us, rear this child.
Hmm.
So that's my take on it. I don't agree with it. A mother should be a mother. A father should be a father. Whether they are present or not, they're still a father.
Gotcha. Good
Yeah.
So,
point.
I
okay,
agree.
on that note, so who do you call if the father's not present at all? Do you still call your mama and say, hey, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day, mama? Or you just don't
No,
call your mama at all on Father's Day?
no, I don't. She's not a father. She's not my father. My
Okay.
father was my father. My father
Okay.
is deceased. My father was absent. My father was never around, but he's still my father. I can't
Mhm.
take that away from him because that's who he is. My mother, I can't take that away from her. I can't add to her. I can't say my mother's my father because she's not. My mother's my mother. And that's how I accept her.
Okay.
Good job.
And guess
Yeah.
what? I'll agree to that.
And I
You know
join you
what?
on that
Well, ladies,
Yeah.
anytime,
I
dear.
this
heard.
has this has been great. Bottoms up. That's right.
Let them know I disagree with them.
I just want to say happy Mother's Day
Was
to
that
all of
Dr.
you.
Jackie?
That was Dr. Jackie in the background.
So
She
what
said
does
she don't
Dr.
agree.
Jackie
She said
say
some
about
might
She's
it?
in the
disagree with
she's in
her.
the she's in
You
the
tell
peanut
Dr. Jackie
gallery.
to stay on her own
She
podcast,
got her own
okay?
podcast.
She has her own. She
Now
does have her
she
own
look, if she wants to be an invited guest on our
Right.
podcast, she is welcome.
Right.
She is
Now.
welcome.
She's insistent that she's going to talk from the background. Well, what's funny though, we had
In
5
the
different
peanut
things being
gallery.
said. We had 5 discussions, and she told me I don't agree with them. Tell them I don't agree. Okay, she's on her own side. Whose side are you on, man?
And that sounds like a mother. A for
You
real
know?
mother.
That's
Well,
right.
ladies,
Mama J.
enjoy yourselves on Mother's Day. I wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best, lots and lots of love, peace, beauty, and blessings. Those who
Thank
can spend
you.
beautiful time with your mothers, those who can't spend beautiful time in your mother's presence, because that she's always there. And from Uncorked N-Conversation, everyone have a wonderful day, weekend, and until next episode.
Be well.
Mothers to be, I'll leave you with this poem. I hope you find a connection in it. To my mother, throughout my life, you have always been near. At first, you were a hand to hold, the person who came running to pick me up when I fell. Now I know you are always a phone call away, and I am so thankful for your wisdom, advice, your words of encouragement, and silent prayers. If I am beautiful, it's because you told me. If I am strong, it's because you showed me how to pick myself up, to move on, and learn from my mistakes. Thank you so much for everything you are. By Fair Girls Books. Happy Mother's Day from Uncorked N-Conversation.
Thank you for listening to Uncorked N-Conversation. This podcast is co-hosted by Linda White, April N. Brown, Tracy Langford, Paulette Irvy, and Sarita Bostic. It is produced and edited by April N. Brown. The music is by Ben Sound.